What's the craziest misuse of military equipment you've ever witnessed? I found out during my deployment to Iraq when Staff Sergeant Mike turned a Bradley fighting vehicle into the world's most expensive air conditioner. It was summer 2019, stationed at this remote outpost outside Baghdad. Temperature hit 127 degrees by noon, and our barracks AC had been broken for 3 weeks. We were literally cooking alive in those metal buildings. Mike was our vehicle maintenance guy, former HVAC technician from Ohio before enlisting. Dude knew cooling systems better than anyone. While we were all dying from heat exhaustion, he was staring at our Bradley with this weird look in his eyes. That thing's got a climate control system designed to keep electronics cool in desert combat, he announced one evening. Runs off the auxiliary power unit, could probably cool a whole building if we rigged it right. I thought he was joking, until the next morning when I found him running heavy-duty extension cords from the Bradley's power unit into our barracks. He'd somehow connected the vehicle's environmental system to industrial fans positioned at every window. The Bradley was parked right outside our building, engine running 24/7, pumping frigid air through makeshift ductwork made from cardboard and duct tape. Temperature inside dropped 40 degrees within hours. For the first time in weeks, we could actually sleep. Mike became an instant hero. Word spread to other units, and suddenly guys from across the base were showing up with cases of energy drinks, offering them as tribute for a few hours in our Arctic paradise. Mike got bolder, started running the operation with military precision. Bradley would roll up at exactly 8 p.m., cooling system operational by 8:15, everything disconnected by 5:30 a.m. before morning formation. Perfect timing. This went on for almost 3 weeks. We were living like kings while everyone else suffered in the heat. Mike even made little helmets out of spare Kevlar for the fans, called them his cooling specialists. Then came the night everything went sideways. Battalion needed every Bradley ready for an emergency convoy. Some intelligence about insurgent movement required immediate response. But our cooling unit Bradley had been running for 12 hours straight. The batteries were completely dead. Engine wouldn't turn over. Mike and his crew spent 2 a.m. frantically trying to jumpstart a multi-million-dollar combat vehicle surrounded by extension cords and cardboard air ducts. Lieutenant Colonel Davis found us at 3 a.m., rolled up in his Humvee to see what was taking so long, discovered Mike's entire cooling operation in full display. Fans running, cables everywhere, soldiers sleeping peacefully in 65-degree comfort. I've never seen an officer's face turn that particular shade of purple. The ass chewing lasted 45 minutes. Mike stood at attention while the colonel explained every regulation he'd violated and every way this could have gone wrong. But here's the twist. After the lecture, Davis pulled Mike aside privately. Battalion commander wants to see your setup, he said quietly. Turns out our cooling system had caught the attention of higher command. 3 days later, engineers from Fort Gordon showed up to document Mike's jerry-rigged air conditioning system. They took measurements, photos, detailed schematics of everything he'd built. 6 months later, the Army officially adopted a modified version of Mike's design. They called it the Tactical Environmental Control System, standard issue for all remote outposts in extreme climate zones. Mike got promoted to Sergeant First Class and transferred to the Army's Engineering Corps. Now he designs cooling solutions for military bases worldwide, making hundreds of thousands per year. The kicker? They installed proper AC in our barracks the week after Mike's promotion came through. We'd suffered for months when the solution was parked right outside our door the whole time. Last I heard, Mike was working on climate control for the Space Force. His business card reads Environmental Systems Specialist, but everyone who knows him still calls him the Bradley Whisperer. That broken Bradley got a complete overhaul and returned to active duty. There's a small plaque inside the crew compartment that reads Prototype Cooling Unit, SGT Mike Johnson, Innovation Under Fire.